What's up, traders? This is Matt with Conservative Trades. As you can see, not the best day today, ending the day down $91.24, and probably almost double that after fees and commissions. So, guys, this was a crazy, just whirlwind of a day, very back and forth type of day. Couldn't get any kind of clear resolution one way or the other. Couldn't get a good read on the markets. And I tell you what, guys, it seemed like every stock that I tried trading just was not going well. ZM, it kind of started here on ZM. And actually, let me pull out my executions here. And I'm going to make today's going to be a short video, guys. I've got a lot going on over here, and I've got more stuff I got to tend to. But you can even see here ZM as we were kind of getting out the gates. I mean, look at all the whippy action, just whippy, choppy action. Just had a really hard time finally getting to this point right here, which it finally did around 10:30. And by then, you can see I went short. I got in. I was anticipating. I was watching for it, and then we had a really good move. Got out some shares here, some here, down here, and then here. So that was a really good move. But it was really difficult to trade at the open, and really just could have capitalized on this so much more, so much more. And another move that I want to talk about is this move on UAL, because I made a boneheaded move. This is the week for me. This week is going to go down in history as Matt's boneheaded week in the stock market. This is literally my boneheaded week in the stock market. This was going to be a beautiful move on UAL. As you can see, I started shorting into it. I took position here. Now, I probably should have waited for it to come up a little bit more, but it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter, because by the end of all these ads, I had added up to 700 shares. And by the end of all these ads, I had brought my average all the way up to here, I believe. I think 38.18 or something like that. I brought my average all the way up to 38.18. Well, as it was coming down, I was watching the SPY, and it looked very iffy, guys. I was pretty sure we were going to get the move down, but I went ahead and just unloaded half of my shares, 350 shares. And I'll do that sometimes. If I've brought my average way up, I'll do that. I'll take a loss on these first shares down here, because knowing that with a move like this, a parabolic move like this, we're going to probably get a pretty good drop. And even after gradually piecing out of my shares all the way down to these levels, I would have more than had recovered the loss on those first 350 shares. Plus, I would have made 150 bucks. And at that point, sometimes when the stock moves much further against you than you're anticipating, you have to be careful. You have to find ways to handle the trade. And so I'll typically reduce the risk by going ahead and taking a loss on some of my first few add-ins, okay? And so it's not the best strategy. It's not a strategy that I like to resort to, or to have to resort to, but I will just in extreme situations. But you can see this had a very nice pullback all the way back down here. And so this would have been a very good move, because once I unloaded these shares here, I think it brought me up to a 350 share average at roughly 38.63 maybe it was, or maybe it was 38.43. I don't know, but with this move down here, we would have recovered the losses on that. But again, what happened is I made a boneheaded move, and I accidentally took out my shares right here. Can you believe that? I accidentally took out my shares right here. Okay, and I did not mean to do that. I took out all of them but 50. And what had happened is that was going to be my first take profit instead of up here. And so I forgot to, once I decided to take them up here, I forgot to take my order off here. And as the trade continued to resolve and move down, I was going to be looking for pullbacks, kind of like we got here in ads. And I actually did add back in here, and I got a really nice move down here, and so that was really good. And then I went short again here on this pullback, and I got out some here, and I went short again here, and I got out some here, and I went short again here, and I got out here, and then I went short, and it didn't move down. It came back, and I got out here. I went short here, got out here, and then got out here. And then this is kind of where I really felt like the market as a whole was about to roll over, and this is where it got me. This is where it got me, guys. I started adding in here, and here, because I just pretty much expected a pop up to the EMA. I thought maybe it could double top with this, and that's why I added again here and then here. And then I came out some of my shares here, and I was hoping for that rollover, but we never got it, so I came out here. Anyway, all this trading on UAL. I was actually up at one point on UAL, but ended up giving a lot of it back, and so just didn't handle it well. And a lot of it was based on the way that I was reading the market, and I was watching the SPY, and I just couldn't get a good read on it, guys. And really, this right here was the most boneheaded move, because had I actually gotten out my first take profit here and then waited for this move and maybe even added into the pullback like I ended up doing here anyway, this whole move down here, this would have been such a solid move, and I would have ended the day up probably more than a couple $100, and I would have actually ended my day right there. I wouldn't have even done any more trading today, but I got caught in all of this because I was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'd be, down $100 on the day, and then up $40, and then back to break even, and then up $70, and then back all the way down, negative $150, and then obviously you can see here I ended just down $91. So I'm probably ending the day down realistically about $160 after fees and commissions. But guys, I tell you what, this week has just kicked my butt. This has just not been a good week for me, and that's okay. I've had weeks like this before. I'm sure I'll have weeks like this again. I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to come back here tomorrow, guys. Once again, I'm just going to come back and I'm going to trade the strategy, and I'm going to do what I know to do. And who knows? Maybe tomorrow we'll have a fantastically phenomenal day, and it'll be a great way to end the week, and it'll make all of this week's work completely worth it. I mean, yesterday was a good day. I ended the day up, I don't know, well over $200 from what I remember. I'll have to go back and check, but it was $200 and some yesterday. And the day before was just slightly into the green. Monday obviously was just a tragic day. Don't even want to talk about that. But today was just a back and forth. Just couldn't get a good pulse on the market. So, but we'll be back here tomorrow, and I hope you guys join us. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. We trade live here on the channel Monday through Friday, beginning around 9 a.m. All right, guys, take care.